this week on What's the Remedy podcast.
Welcome back. It's What's the Remedy podcast. It's your boy Dr. J.
Mr. Wash.
Ashley Ray.
This is your weekly conversation on mental health, social issues, and other contributing factors plaguing society. We are the prescribed antiseptic to toxic masculinity. This is What's the Remedy podcast. What's up, y'all?
What's good?
Everybody chilling. We're going to get into what our show this week, but we're going to start off with Ashley doing an introduction. Go ahead, Ashley.
Let's go.
Yay!
Who we got, Ashley?
Who we got?
Well, we have a great artist, a young artist, my cousin named Leo. That's all I got.
Up and coming. I'm gonna say your kinfolk. You know what I'm saying?
Kinfolk.
I know what I'm saying. Up and coming jazz artist that's in the area right now.
Did you just take my whole introduction?
No, I just helped you out with your
He's
introduction.
trying to add to it.
That ain't my special.
I try to fill in the gaps.
That ain't my special.
No, you be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? My cousin.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he played jazz. Do you know what he played?
The saxophone.
Okay, good job. You know he played
I've
saxophone.
been to some concerts.
Okay, that's a good job.
Okay.
So what's up, Leo? Introduce yourself.
My name is Leo Rayon. I play the saxophone.
Put the whole name out there. They know.
I'm from Texas. I'm from Houston.
That's what's
And,
up.
you know, I just record a lot.
Yeah,
Shit like that.
You got an album that's out right now too?
I got like 4 or 5.
Well,
I
damn.
recorded this year. So far this year.
Okay, what's the name of the album that you sent me?
That's called Commandments.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And where do you find those albums at?
All of them are on. They're on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, pretty much everything except Tidal.
And they just look you up by your name, bro.
Yeah, just look
Leo.
up. Yeah, Leo Rayon.
Leo Rayon.
All right.
The name gonna be famous one day.
Yeah, we're gonna add in all your social media stuff toward the end, so we can make sure everybody knows how to find you, find all your stuff, all your information, contact information, all that kind of good stuff, so that we get that word out.
I got some questions on these names you came up with.
All right. I'm ready.
So I guess getting into it, whatever. I guess one of the main questions like, what got you into doing jazz?
I really can't tell you because like if it was up to me, I probably wouldn't have even played jazz. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, like you know what I'm saying. When you're a kid, like everybody want to play football or basketball, and I wanted to do that, but I always could play. I always was like musically inclined, and then like when I got to junior high school, I was about to say junior high school like an old ass motherfucker, but in middle school,
What you trying to say? That's what I'm the older. I'm in the junior high.
In middle school, like towards my 8th grade year, people was like, "What school you want to go to?" Everybody was talking about what high school you want to go to, and like I was like HSPVA, and I don't know why it just seemed like some exclusive ass shit, so I just said it. And like, I wasn't thinking like I probably wasn't gonna be able to play basketball or football no more, but I was just like, fuck it. And then I just started practicing. I like to practice. I got in, and then like, I just started. When I was there, like I kind of realized that I actually like liked it.
You were very talented.
Yeah, I was talented. Yeah.
So you got there and realized you kind of good at this. You know what I'm saying?
I would say that I realized that I actually like loved it. I loved it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
He's a different person on stage to me.
Oh, well, that's
how most people
Yeah.
are.
That's how it should be.
I was like, oh, that's my little cousin. I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I get a little teary.
So
Trying not to
you
act
proud?
ratchet around here. I be trying not to act ratchet, but I almost twerk when I was.
So what made you want to play saxophone?
I didn't want to play saxophone. I wanted to play the tuba.
Oh,
Okay.
Because
Wait a
the
minute.
tuba, I mean, the tuba just, when you're a little kid, like, you want to play like the biggest, like, macho instrument. I seen the fucking tuba, I was like, yeah, I'll be the nigga if I had the tuba.
Tuba dog?
I know.
Hey,
The tuba?
playing brass. Like I say.
What you have
The
everybody
tuba.
played something in high school?
In middle school, I was in a band.
What you played in middle school?
I was on percussion.
I should have been.
Yeah, know what I'm saying?
That's
We
what
either play drums, whatever. Like I started off playing saxophone, and then I went to mellophone and trumpet and stuff like that. So
Tuba?
I wanted to play the tuba.
I was thought the big niggas played the tuba.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I was a little ass nigga, but I thought I was a big nigga. you know. And then the nigga was like, oh, Mr. Hughes, if you ever watch this, Mr. Hughes was like, oh, well, you know, we have a saxophone. And, you know, normally it's weird because, like, normally the saxophones be the first ones gone. Yeah. And then I was like, I guess I'll just play the saxophone. And then I just didn't care enough to be like, I want to play the tuba after that. So.
And in the saxophone, like, more complicated to play?
I think it's all the same. I think everything got its own challenges.
Yeah, okay. Like I say, with saxophone, like I say, with your mouth on a reed instrument and playing with different keys versus trumpet and stuff like that, everything's in your armature. I'm saying different pitches.
Armature. The way he said.
Your armature, like different pitches when you do with your lips, whatever. You can
like
go.
the flute, yeah.
Yeah,
so. Armature to my repertoire.
I used to twirl my
armature.
I don't know if I got, but I know what it is.
Armature.
Spell armature.
Armature, nigga. Like I seen him like point, because I was like, okay.
Yeah, because he said armature.
Yeah,
armature.
Anyway.
I'm saying learn how to play from your diaphragm and stuff like that. But like I say, it becomes repetitive. Like anybody from outside, like say playing any instrument, they be like, I don't see how y'all memorize these songs and you do all that. But it becomes repetitive.
Yeah, you're right.
It's muscle memory, like hooping or playing sports, whatever.
So like
the same as hooping and playing.
So you feel like since we got Wash here is like a musical connoisseur.
I play the instrument too. I play the instrument too. And I play the piano too. I still know some songs.
And the guitar.
Wait. When you play the piano? What do you play?
That's what the greatest love of all. Shut up. I still got it. Oh Happy Day. Mm-hmm. And my old original. You know.
All of that is in your.
Some little Stevie Wonder song. Right, and then I got a song out there that's coming out too. Soon as he let me on.
And you gonna play what, the piano in it?
Right.
Tambourine.
Whatever to get in the video. Whatever they gotta do.
Playing that.
Whatever.
Wind chimes in there. Just at the beginning of the song.
Whatever. But I did buy the drums for my niece, so I want her to be like Sheila E. though.
She want Sheila E. your niece?
I'm gonna buy everything music. Sheila E. I wanted to play the drums, but my daddy said no.
Well, that's interesting. So, I mean, okay, so I guess, what question was I getting to with that? Because I was asking about the complication between playing sax and y'all were talking about armatures and trombone and trumpets and stuff. But so how did you feel? Like, did you feel like it took you a long time to learn how to play the sax, or did you like catch on real quick?
I can't say. I mean, there was kids that was better than me. But like, you know, those kids were. Yeah. I'm better than all of them now. Right. But I mean, like shit, like, you know. So, but I would say every kid that was better than me, they had parents that played. I was always kind of just naturally good, and I didn't really practice.
So, your dad didn't play anything? No, I don't think none of them played. None of the brothers played. Okay. Mm-hmm. But they liked music.
They like music.
Like they like music. So.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I would say like my dad, our parents. I mean, shit. I used to listen to shit at y'all's house.
Yeah.
All the time. Like I feel like I learned.
What you used to listen to?
I feel like I learned the whole damn Temptations discography at your house.
My dad did love Temptations. Yeah.
Oh.
I thought I was David Ruffin.
For real, no.
Yeah.
You thought you were David Ruffin.
Get kicked out the group. Y'all kicked me out. So.
Because you thought you were better than
I'm
the group?
I'm the voices.
Because you thought you were better than the group?
No, I would never do that. Anyway.
Ashley Ray and what's the remedy? That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley Ray and
you can't tell me he wasn't the group though. Otis wasn't shit.
Otis runs with the whole group together.
Otis wasn't shit though. Otis ain't never had his own like a solo.
He didn't.
Without Otis, they wouldn't have been together. Though.
Shut up.
Otis held everything together.
Yeah, he was full of shit, but he held everything together.
Everybody else tried to do their own solo shit. Otis was about the group. He wanted the group to be good.
You see they trying to tell me something?
I'm telling you about the Temptations.
I'm trying to tell you, you gonna try to fly by yourself, see how far you get.
Yeah. David Ruffin. Look at Eddie Kendricks and all the rest of them. What did they do? Besides like maybe one hit.
They did what they had to do.
They get them one little hit and they need to
do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do.
Oh,
you got a group? You got a group? Is that your group that was, cause you do Like little shows here in Houston too, huh?
Yeah. I play with it. Most of the time, I'm pretty much always playing with the same drummer. Who is like
little white boy.
Yeah, that's like my brother Hayden, and then I play with Brittany when I can, Brittany Bloom, but like I don't know, she be busy as hell. So like I don't even pressure. I just be like, are you available? Most of the time she be like no, but like when she be like yeah, I definitely always put her on.
Oh, that's what's up. At least you got some steady people. To
And I'm available.
You can't play no drums.
Have you ever played with like somebody or been like with somebody famous or?
Shit, I mean, I gotta think, cause I don't know, it all kind of runs together. But I mean, I was in Delphi on Marcellus's band. I done play with like jazz famous niggas.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who are they?
Jason Moran. Jason Moran. I did some shit with Ethan Iverson before. Chris. I done play with Chris Fine. I done play with Quincy Phillips. I played with a lot of people since I was like in high school.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because I went to HSPBA, so I met a lot of people in high school.
Them coming up there and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of them are from here.
Yeah.
You know?
I would say yeah, because that's a performing arts high school, so that's all y'all do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I met Glasper. Y'all know Robert Glasper.
Yeah.
I met him one time, but like he's always been so busy that like he don't even come back for real. But I met him like a few times. You know.
Well, that's what's up, man. That's really good, man. So what's your goal? What do you have set forth for yourself in the next like 5 to 10?
5 to 10. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't try to like, because every time like I do that, like it's either stuff gets like I have bigger plans and I could do more than I thought I could. Mm-hmm. But like I mean, you know, I want to work with artists that aren't in jazz. Like I want to work with like Elton John and like Paul McCartney. Yeah. I want to work with people like I want to work with Playboy Cardi. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to work with Solange. You know, I mean, the only person in jazz that I feel like I really would want to work with is like Herbie. People that's like old as hell that's like gonna like pass on soon. You know,
you want to get with them before they
gotta build that portfolio up.
Yeah,
I had a connection with this person and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Quincy Jones.
Yeah, you want to be with the legends.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I feel that.
When you do work with him, let me know. Quincy.
No, but that's smart. But that's smart though. That's like you say, going to different genres and stuff, whatever, and talking to different people because, like I say, jazz has its place, whatever, throughout history, but we throughout the years, whatever, we have to adapt to certain different things. Yeah. So it puts you in a different space, and you have to give you your own kind of niche that a lot of people ain't in. So.
Yeah. So you want to definitely cross genres, and I think that putting like real instrumentation in other genres is like real big, and I think that people really sleep on how nice that sounds. Yeah. Like to hear real horns and real instruments behind even like rap songs and stuff like that.
I was like, that's why I probably don't listen to old school. Like I love like Otis Redding. Yeah, they use the horns and James Brown. You don't have that no more.
Yeah, it's not synthesized, none of that. It's like real instruments being played.
But you know, I used to cry listening to that when I was younger. It's like, wow, y'all listen to this. But now I be like, it's so relaxing.
Yeah, you have an appreciation for it.
Yeah, you understand why people listen to it now.
Who's your favorite artist?
Right now, all this changes. Like, but I mean, so like as far as like me playing jazz, you would say?
Yeah.
All right, so like Miles Davis and John Coltrane, and that's pretty much like the top two in jazz. You know what I mean? Arnett Cobb, people from Houston like Arnett Cobb, Don Wilkerson. Those are like really old people that get overlooked. Billy Harper, he's from Fifth Ward, and then like, but outside of jazz, like I mean, I love Marvin Gaye. Mm-hmm. I like people who I really look for stuff. Like Marvin Gaye, like Stevie Wonder, just anything that's Motown. I like Toro Imoa. I like Tyler the Creator. I like there's a lot of people, man. I've been listening to like a shitload of Young Dolph lately.
Young Dolph is real nice. I like that.
I fuck with it.
Yeah.
People don't understand how hard Young Dolph is.
Like I put on Young Dolph, I gotta go to the gym.
My alarm in the morning is preach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get up in the morning like,
You gotta get wide.
He's so ratchet.
I'm sorry, that's damn.
Gucci Mane. I would love to fucking work with Gucci Mane.
Yeah.
I love Gucci Mane.
Old Gucci Mane and new Gucci Mane.
I like old Gucci Mane.
All of it.
I like old Gucci Mane because that's what I came up on.
I'm so
But
icy.
the new Gucci Mane is like I like this new sound.
His beats, bro.
Yeah, the beats are nice.
Yeah.
But I like old Gucci Mane. Bring me back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of what we came up through like the early 2000s with, coming out of high school and all that with Gucci Mane was a little
Like
different.
when he was a little fat.
Yeah, when he wasn't a little fat, he was big.
All right, all right now.
Yeah, he was great. But yeah, Fat Gucci went hard though. I fucked with him. But we're gonna move on to the check yourself segment real quick. So we break everything down into segments. Well, actually only 2 segments now. Well, we're gonna do a check yourself segment and then we end it with a woosah segment. But the check yourself segment is usually just like a hot topic having to do with mental health or something like that. And because we have you here and you're into jazz musicianship and just music in general, one of the big things we wanted to jump into was racism, because it's been in the news a lot lately. There's been there's been police stopping people and pulling guns on them. There's been just all that kind of stuff. So the first question we have for you is, where have you experienced some racism that just really stood out to you?
I would say, and this isn't to call anybody out, it's not, I would say, honestly, I feel like high school was the hardest point. I don't know if it was because I was actually starting to understand racism, you know what I mean? So I guess that's where I learned to deal with racism was in high school. Mm-hmm. But I would say in high school, when you're learning who you are and learning what you want to do with your life, I would say that's where I first started experiencing it. And then but after that, and then so after I graduated high school, I say it took me maybe even 2 more years to start to understand how to make it in America.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then now I feel like racism is there, but racism is to me it's never I would never say that it's not there, but I feel like it's definitely you can overcome racism. At least where I'm at now.
Yeah.
Have you by being an artist and stuff like that, have you ever faced anything in your jazz profession, whatever, making your music like that, any kind of stuff like racism, somebody trying to hold you back?
I would say yeah, and this is stuff that I feel later in life when people probably actually really start to know my music, and I would say yeah, yeah. When you look at just the audience of jazz, right? You look at the audience of jazz. You look at it's white people. You look at the most of the music schools that play jazz, that have jazz degrees, that have in music school, and not even just music school, but just school in general. It's white people. It's a lot of white people. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then so you go to the jazz clubs. Who's the audience? It's white people.
I think it's just because music costs so much money, and so school costs money, and so the people with the money are the ones that are kind of in control of it. So as far as music school or just you said school in general, it's gonna be within the people that have the most money. Yeah. So since white people have most of the money, they control a lot of the music. They control a lot of the school, and then they also have control of the concerts, which is where jazz concerts come into play. So but the funny thing is, I've seen a lot of jazz stuff come up, and I guess maybe I don't know if people just aren't aware as much, but there's been a lot of jazz concerts or even Christmas time concerts where they have jazz musicians and it's not really expensive. It's not as expensive as other concerts. And it's still
but see, since it's so white, you know what I'm saying? It's so white that a lot of black people, this is the messed up part. A lot of black people associate jazz with white people. So I feel
do?
I think so.
I don't.
I think
younger
people know jazz.
Younger people.
Yeah, I was gonna say younger people.
Younger people look at jazz as a white music.
I don't
when it's not.
Yeah,
it's not.
I always looked at it it was ours.
Yeah,
it is ours.
That's why when he's talking about I guess I don't sit at concerts for it.
Right. But that's what he's saying. Younger people.
But I've been to bars where it was a jazz musician. It was us there. But maybe it's just
older
not
people.
It is older people.
Yeah.
But I was with the older fella. But
Was it like 57?
57.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
She was trying to get her one.
Good cat
You ain't hear that.
I'm trying to get her a sugar daddy.
Nah.
But like 60 years old.
You didn't skip it up. You going too far.
But
Anyway.
no, but for real.
He was out there late.
Hey, it was 10:30. He was ready to go.
Hey.
He said, "Oh man,
He missed the early bird.
I done missed my vitamins."
Look, I brought the vitamins. I brought the vitamins.
No, but for real, like if you ever see, like if you even if the holiday jazz concerts I've seen eventually, it's like it's a lot of older black people. If black people are there, it's gonna be older black people. I mean, it'd be older white people too when it did, but it'd be a lot more white people when they have white concerts.
Cause all y'all want to do is pop your ass and twerk the Cardi B.
Who?
Y'all.
You talking about young black people? Is that what you saying, Ashley?
I mean, you like Cardi B?
I mean, she alright.
Alright.
You like Meg Thee Stallion?
She looks good. She
Hey,
fine.
don't cut yourself at the
Yeah,
end. Hey, Meg, you listen to this, if you ever find you whatever, you need some saxophone player or whatever,
Yeah, we
got one for you. You know what I'm saying?
Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah, if I answer she question, like, yeah,
Great.
great.
Houston, Texas, own greatness.
Call me. They call me. If you need somebody to play in the background.
But you know they actually sound the same to me.
Oh.
Man, a lot of these people sound the same.
Yep.
A lot of
Okay,
music.
nah,
Let's just
like
be,
That's why they did jazz musician in the background.
let's
That's
be
what you
honest, man. A lot of this shit.
I was listening
is
to her
trash.
album, listen to Cardi's. I was
But-
like, the shit kind
I
of
mean,
sounds
and
the same.
It kind of goes back to that whole racism thing. Cause like that's what the black people like right now. So if that's what the group of people like, then that's what they gonna cater to.
But I like everything. It depends what I want to do. Do I want to be ratchet? You know, or I just want to be conservative. I'll go see a little Nutcracker or something. You know, or I just want to chill.
But jazz used to be the ratchet music.
Right. That's what I'm
See,
saying.
When was that night? When was that?
In the early.
In the early 20s, and then like so the 20s, the 20s to the 40s. Okay, and then in the
rock and roll came.
And then rock and roll came, and I feel, and people, if you see this shit, I don't give a fuck what you think. But jazz was supposed to, we were supposed to move with rock and roll.
Y'all supposed to move over there?
We were supposed to
But
like.
that's how it happened with Hendrix. He was with the white people playing and realized it was just like he
talking
started.
about Jimi Hendrix?
Yeah.
Like, that's rock, but yeah.
But that's mostly white people was listening to him.
But shit, before he
Y'all
died,
wasn't fucking with him. Hendrix. My dad said nobody black
That's
was
true.
not fucking with
Like,
Hendrix.
you didn't fuck with
that.
Hendrix till like after he died, and all of a sudden everybody was like nostalgic and being like, oh
But
yeah, Jimi Hendrix.
it's
was
crazy because he had a DVD of Hendrix with a black man. He changed his band because he was trying to get closer to his people.
well shit, before he died, he was about to do a record with Miles Davis.
Oh.
They was about to do it, and that
And I
shit.
can see shit like that.
That shit was that shit would have like fucked up music history.
Right, but my thing is, okay, so since we kind of talking about racism, we talking about race in music, basically.
Yeah.
Why do you feel like jazz moved away from black people? Why did black people move away
Because
from jazz?
because like I was saying, like, so black people got into rock and roll and R&B, right?
Uh-huh.
And then so like at the same time that happened, these jazz musicians, they was like, okay, like, you know, the swing era, they wanted to be thought of as more high level like artists. Like, you know, they was tired of playing music to dance to.
Right.
So they started making bebop. So at the same time, when you see bebop come up, that's when you see like what we have now, which is jazz clubs, like clubs where people just go to sit and listen to music and not to dance,
Right.
and not to have real interaction like that. So so that's when you see.
You like that?
I mean, it serves itself. Like my music, I don't think my music is meant to be played in a jazz club.
But so your music is for because I like to dance.
My music, I think my music is like I'm trying to be like I want to make music like Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix didn't make music for clubs. Like Jimi Hendrix made music for festivals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're
So
right.
that's how I feel like I want my music to be for festivals. And that's not saying nothing bad about people that do make music for jazz clubs at all.
Okay, so you were saying basically like they were trying to make music just for you to listen, not to dance.
Yeah.
You know that's hard.
Yeah. And so
That's what I be like.
And so
Me drinking?
Okay, I look at it like this. So we talking about a transition from because like it was going into like the 40s, and then you had like the 50s coming up with rock music, and you had a lot of what was it like rebellion.
Okay,
and
was
like,
the drugs part of that too?
it was.
Did they have the drugs in jazz?
Oh yeah.
Jazz
They
was
just seem like they too cool to be.
Nah, them niggas was on drugs.
Oh,
They was on
I got
hella
watch
drugs.
some
Yeah, I'm saying Jazz was on hella drugs. Yeah.
Shit.
But I think as people started to rebel through the 50s, and then you had like the civil rights movement going into the 60s and 70s, and people started getting more hype, they kind of moved away from jazz, and that's why they started catering more towards rock and roll, catering more towards disco, catering more towards rap, because it was more aggressive.
That's the era I want to be. Studio 54.
See, but I'm saying, like, I think that I wish that there were a way that we could have felt more. What's the word I'm looking for? Like a little bit more duality in our music listening, because like it was like you had to follow the trend as
That
it
was
goes
going
up.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, because like even
What's
now,
hot? That's what's hot.
even now, you're not gonna have a lot of people talk down on, like I said, ratchet music, because ratchet music is what's hot right now.
That's what y'all like to listen to.
Right now.
Right now.
All of them young NBA boys with the YNBA.
But yeah, for real, all the NBA stuff.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know what that means.
But like they call it the mumble rap.
Right.
But like I say, like he's saying, it's like it's a wave that everybody steady gets on, and we kind of leave stuff behind.
But they taken from it.
Well, they steady pull back from the old times, whatever. But then they act like it never existed.
Yeah.
When they really talk about it and stuff.
Or we'll get it stolen from us.
Yeah,
So
well, that's. I mean, I'm not saying like white people stealing our music, but I do say like
I would
this.
say
Let's just. Yeah,
I'll say
he
it.
said. But yeah, so like it, you know what I'm saying? It, like, all right, so let's be real. Like, black people don't really read, and black people don't really write. We don't write our own history. We don't write our own history. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like most of the people that write our history as in America have been white.
Right. And I think that like we are now in a position where we can actually start to write our own history, but like we're just now getting
We're
there.
just not getting there.
So like all the times before this, we've been trying to get in there, but like they're rewriting history all the time. So now that's why Elvis Presley is the king of rock and roll.
Yeah,
You
people
right.
forget who the fuck Chuck Berry was.
Right.
Right. The one who messed with the white girls.
Yeah, probably.
Why you gonna talk down on him while you trying to bring him up?
Yeah, you brought him up and brought him down the same
No,
time.
come on, Ashley. Let's bring up
Cause
Chuck
I'm
Berry.
a nigga.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
We do what we do.
Yeah, crabs in a barrel. That's what you are.
No, I ain't trying to bring him down. I'm just telling the facts. That's what I learned in history.
Yeah.
I mean that's
Nah.
true. He did mess with my girl, but
Wait. That's for real. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
learn your history.
Yeah.
underage. Like,
Underage, yeah, you brought
Yeah,
it
yeah,
line,
he
got in
been
trouble.
running state lines and stuff like that.
Allegedly, my ass.
allegedly.
Like, what don't white women?
But it's like Elvis and this way younger women and
Oh yeah, he wasn't. He didn't get in trouble. And then old dude was marrying his cousin
Jerry
to shit.
Lewis, whatever.
That boy played piano though. Yeah.
I mean, but at the same time, like we were saying, it's just a part of them rewriting the history. It's everything that we're doing as far as even just music goes. You look back and everybody's like Elvis Presley.
But I like
made
Elvis.
rock and roll.
I can't lie, y'all.
But Elvis Presley stole from everybody else, though.
Look,
So
he
you
knew
can't
he
really say you
stole.
like
He knew
Elvis.
he didn't. They gave it to him. They didn't give it to him, but the people gave
Nobody
it to him.
gave him shit.
Look, he didn't say, "Give me that."
Well, no, somebody else stole it
Somebody
for him.
yeah,
What?
but I just feel like if y'all watch the documentary on HBO, I love Elvis, so I'm one of
What's the
them.
documentary on HBO say?
Just watch it, searching for Elvis Presley. He really wanted to. He really wanted to do his own music, but he couldn't.
I mean, shit.
I don't believe that.
The Beatles, though. I mean, would you say the Beatles stole?
Hell yeah.
I think that all of these artists,
They all. I
they
mean,
were all
Yeah.
set up by somebody
It-
to be
let's-
soft.
if you're making rock, if you're making any
They stole.
music, if you're making any music that is American, it kind of is. It is kind of like African. It's kind of African American rooted.
Yeah.
The only thing that helped it out was you had some people like the Beatles at times and other artists, whatever, would come back, like Rolling Stones, whatever.
Yeah.
They would come back because they looked at some black artists as like mentors.
Oh yeah,
And they
Yeah,
would
like
come
Rolling
back-
Stone named their song named theirself after a song of Muddy Water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What I'm saying, but I'm saying they paid homage to the people that came before them.
Yeah.
We had other people that was just taking shit.
Yeah, but and the only people that knew that they were paying homage to these black artists that they were taking from were the people that were actually taking it, because all the fans
They
didn't
didn't know.
that shit.
Right.
But we gotta get like this too. With kind of really is fucked up about the racism part. is that the people that gave paid homage back to like the African American artists and stuff like that, those people from like Great Britain, the UK and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's not from here.
They weren't from here.
Right.
Like, white people here were just taking shit and not saying shit.
Don't they always though?
But,
this America.
I mean,
this was taken. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, we know that now.
Yeah, that's what America's built on. America's built on just thieving stuff.
Right.
Like everything is stolen. So like,
Everything.
so to get back to kind of the topic of just mental health is that how do you feel like all those things happening over time? Because we talked about jazz being taken, we talked about rock and roll being taken, we talked about even disco. Like a lot of disco songs that white artists put out, could have stem from black artists too. Like a lot of that stuff was taken from those artists. How do you feel like that affects musicians' psyche? Like how does a musician think whenever they think, okay, I'm creating this great art, but it could potentially be taken away? Do you think that makes musicians hesitant or?
Not anymore. But I would say, like, me personally, like, I don't really worry about it at all.
Yeah.
Did somebody steal your shit?
Oh, well, I mean, nowadays, like, if you steal my shit, you will be sued.
Right. But the good thing is y'all have stuff like, SoundCloud.
Yeah.
SoundCloud.
You know what I'm saying? It's already posted.
That's like a doc. So like, yeah, if somebody sampled my song, then I could easily.
Yeah, it's documented.
It's documented. Yeah, I don't even have to. I really don't have to copyright my shit for real. Because once I publish it, it's copyrighted.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I know. We looked that up when we were looking up copyright laws before. Like, as long as you publish something, it's automatically copyrighted. Yeah. So like, if you ever have to take it to court, you can say, okay, this was mine first, and I posted it on December of 2018.
Everything posted on the internet is timestamped.
Yeah, it's timestamped with how you did it. And then that song that they put out came out, November 2019. I posted on December 2018. That's my song.
I think Beyonce stole one of my songs.
Damn, y'all want to get chopped up on it?
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
just saying.
Nope.
All right.
Actually, didn't make no music. She didn't make no music. Beyonce ain't steal shit from you.
Maybe your people did. Your count? I don't know.
What song?
You don't want those. Don't hype up.
Go ahead, Ashley. Tell them the song.
I don't want to see her with them problems.
Yeah.
Take it up, though.
Just stop.
Hell no, Ashley. Anyway. Yeah.
So he stole it from you and Frankie Beverly and Mace.
That ain't that part.
Okay.
Word the middle to the herd.
That's
Go back
Aaliyah.
in my. Oh, I stole that from her.
Yeah, that's Aaliyah. What the hell? That's from
Aaliyah don't say that. Aaliyah don't say that.
She don't say that.
Word the middle.
Word the middle to her.
It don't say
that. She don't say that at all.
No.
I swear Aaliyah said it on
Alright, man. Maybe nobody did steal. I'm stealing. Alright.
Okay.
Don't sue me.
I know she got rights to sample that stuff.
Yeah.
Because they ain't gonna have no lawsuits. But yeah, back to what we were saying, like, just basically, I think that's part of the biggest thing as far as like artists go. I think that, like you said, now it's probably not as bad because you can just publish your music. But like, coming through like the 90s and maybe early 2000s, if you came up with a song,
it was tough. It was tough. But I would say like the hardest thing for artists nowadays though is like really just being yourself.
Yeah.
Because like, you know what I'm saying, like y'all, like we were saying, like everybody sounds alike. You know what I'm saying? Like why? Like because everybody is more concerned about like making money than making like the best art. You know what I'm saying? Like when you think about it, like I think about it outside of music. Like I don't think Andy Warhol and I don't think Basquiat. I don't think like who else? I don't think Jimi Hendrix. I don't think a lot of people really cared about how it was perceived. You know, they might care about money, but see, like
I don't think they cared as much about money as people do.
I think they knew to separate their art from how they made money.
They know
Andy Warhol worked in advertising, so he did his advertisements. He did his art for his advertisements, and then he did his own art. That was like what he was known for. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like you have to make money, and you can use your art to make money. But at the same time, you have to have a love and appreciation for the art as well.
I feel like we don't really. I feel like we you know what I'm saying, we would rather copy somebody that's been successful. You know what I'm saying? And I mean like sometimes and I would say like for me that's been a hard thing because I don't think I really play like I don't play like nobody else, because there's a lot of people that are like there's a lot of people that could play the saxophone better than I can, like technically. You know what I'm saying? But like I know how to sing through my instrument.
Right.
So you play your passion through your instrument. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can copy that.
Yeah, nobody can copy what you
see, a lot of people can play, like, they can play more notes than me.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say that they can't. But, you know, I mean, I would say their style is built off of that.
Yeah, like I say, anything, like I say, playing instruments, whatever, anybody can be more technically sound than you are. But the way you interpret it, you know what I'm saying, through your instrument, whatever, is totally different from somebody else.
Because we're playing songs like, you know what I'm saying, like you know, we our instruments are extensions or like they're mimicking voices. So I think of myself like, you know, somebody who I was talking about people who inspire me too. Like, I mean, fucking like Whitney Houston.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like Whitney Houston, I feel like Whitney Houston had. Oh, and who else? Like Mahalia Jackson.
Yeah.
Those people are people that like, yeah. I feel like I built a jazz style off of that.
So what does this song mean? Stop judging Muslims.
Stop judging Muslims. All right, I'm glad you asked. Let me see. All right, I'm not gonna text you now. All right, so like, stop judging Muslims. Like, I mean, shit, we be judging Muslims. A lot of Christians, a lot of people judge Muslims.
What made you come up with that? That's the title of the song.
Yeah, a lot of people be judging Muslims.
Hey, put on number 2. Stop judging Muslims. Like, really?
Stop judging Muslims, bro. Like, I mean, think about it, bro. Like, let's be for real. Like, and we not talking about us. It's not always us, but okay. If you see like a woman walking with the hijab on, you know, I mean, it's like, bro, it's gotten to the point. I'm not trying to say nothing politically incorrect, but let's bro, like, we can't just judge people's like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that's a Muslim don't support ISIS.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like, I mean, I feel like as Christians, like, I mean, I'm a Christian, like, I feel like some parts of my religion have been, you know what I'm saying, associated with judging people. Like, you know, I mean, people associate the whole Make America Great Again thing with, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, the people associate the whole right wing with Christianity sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And like, they act like you can't be a fucking liberal Christian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, you know what I mean? That's bullshit.
So how do you feel like that relates to your song? Like, is it just what was going through your mind when you made the song? Or?
Yeah, that whole album, like the album Commandments, it wasn't like, so me and my friend Hayden, like, we wasn't like really, it's not like we're saying like, you know, we're Muslim. I mean, we're Moses and we're starting a new religion type shit. Yeah. It was just like, we was just like, okay, like, if there was to be like, why do people, like, okay, like, what don't people like about Christianity? Most of the time, people don't like that Christians judge
that they fake.
Yeah.
That they fake, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? I might not be, like, you know, I'm a Christian, but I'm also a sinner. Like, I'm a fornicator. Yeah. I fornicate. Yeah. I'm sorry, mom. But I mean, I'm just being real. I'm just being real. Like, you know what I'm saying? I sin. I do sin. Yeah. So, like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't. I drink. I do a lot of dumb shit. I don't just fornicate.
Get out of this.
Sorry.
Before you go to your woo side, I'm about to say, like, for your like I said, your song titles and everything. Like, how do you? Like I said, I think that's what Jeremy was trying to get to. Like, how do you express your passion, I guess, like, in your songs, whatever? Like, is like, about the judging Muslim things, whatever, right? Is that song more of a, the way you playing is more of an aggressive tone to it?
I don't know.
Laid back?
I don't know. I feel like that this album, first of all, this is the last album that I probably will ever do like that.
Okay.
Like that would probably ever be that political.
Yeah, you got one to say good cops exist.
Yeah.
I was just like, what?
That's what I'm saying. Like I say, the tone, like I say, you could, like I say, do an instrument, like you say, an instrument is another way to sing, whatever.
Yeah.
So, like, do your playing, whatever, like you saying, like, the Muslim thing or the cop thing, whatever, is your, you know what I'm saying, that, in that song, whatever, is your play more aggressive, or is more laid back?
When I recorded that, like, I felt like I just turned everything off and I just let, like, what I recorded just come out. So I can't tell you. I mean, you would have to listen to
That's
it.
how you like.
Well,
how you take it.
that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Like I say, it's whatever answer you would give would be your interpretation. Because somebody else can listen to that song and be like, I got something totally different from
See, I can't
I was
say.
smooth doing work. I was like, oh, okay. And then I listened and I looked at what the name was called. I was like, stop judging
I
Muslims,
think
y'all.
that's a tactic. I think that's a good tactic.
I mean,
a lot of times when you hear a song,
You think it's gonna be like aggressive, maybe?
I mean, not necessarily, but if you hear a song and it's good, you normally check to see what the name is.
Yeah.
So you get the message across.
Cause he got a song called what is it? I like that was my favorite one. Black people have beautiful hair.
Right.
Yeah, we do have beautiful hair. I mean, you know, I never forget this. I was talking to this one girl.
Not mine.
I'm about to say, do we have beautiful hair?
I was talking.
As you wear.
I wear what I want.
I
was talking to one girl, man, and she was telling me how, like, when her hair grew, like, she told me that this is her exact words. She told me that she was scared of her natural hair when she was younger.
We scared of it.
And I'm like, damn, like that's some wild
because
shit.
of y'all.
I love women with natural hair.
No, it's because of y'all. No, y'all
Y'all
don't. Do you like the natural hair, Alvin?
No, if you do something with it.
What you don't like? What you told me you don't like?
All right. Would you date a black girl with dreads?
I have.
Yeah.
All right. Well then, shit. Yeah. He understands it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
what's wrong with the
I think as far as the hair goes, I think women.
It's been men that has told me like, hey, your natural cool, but when you gonna put that other stuff in, other stuff.
Natural side. I know you like.
I know.
So I don't know what you're talking about.
No, but I don't like the.
I want that ponytail up here.
I like the Florida Evans.
You don't like the fro.
No. I mean like the Florida Evans, the little short fade, the little short fade fro.
The fade fro.
Yeah. Like Thomas call like the Dirty Tens ball.
Good times, mama. I forget how young he is. Who's Florida Evans? Good times, mama.
You gotta look up Florida Evans.
So I guess I like women would like to say natural hair is cool, whatever. When it's natural hair is grown out.
Yeah.
But when they go to transition and they get their little small little fro.
So don't talk to him till you get your hair right.
It depends, cause like I know women.
To his main time.
It's some women that can wear short hair. But usually you have to have, and this is gonna sound bad.
Man,
Woosah.
There we go.
This is gonna sound bad, but you kind of have to have a pretty face in order to have short hair.
That's fucked up. You know that, right?
Because like if you have a pretty face, like I think women with pretty faces can pull off any hairstyle. They can wear cornrows and they be like, she cute still. You know what I'm saying? But then like if your face just ain't all the way up the par.
I thought about like shaving my whole head before, but I'm scared I might have a dent right there where I used to get hit.
You talking about like going bald?
Yeah, why not?
Hey,
I mean, I think it's cool for some people.
I wanted to try
some people can pull it off. Some women pull that
like
off.
Going bald.
Hey,
I've seen bald headed women.
Yeah, I think it'll be cool.
How fine do y'all think Janelle Monáe is? Speaking of like natural.
She's one of the people that I think.
She don't even like you. She like women.
She don't like men.
She don't like men. You heard now, huh? Good. Anyway.
She would Tessa Thompson now.
Yeah.
Are they still together?
I like her too.
I think they're still together. But Tessa Thompson fine too. So.
Yeah.
If you look like Janelle Monáe, please follow me.
Yeah, like that's an example of somebody that's like really pretty, so they can cut their hair off and she'd be fine. She'd be fine cutting her hair off.
Yeah.
Cause she's pretty as hell. But anyway, back to the topic.
Yeah.
So we're gonna woosah. Anyway, so the last segment, woosah segment. So I mean, just to tie back in everything that we kind of talked about, because we kind of talked about racism. We talked about we went into a little bit of jazz and music history and how music has changed and how, kind of like how racism it's kind of made people slow. I don't want to say slow to make music, but like cognizant of the changes in music because of racist past where they changed history on us and things like that. And what I want to say for the woosah, and I feel like my woosah is similar almost every time, but it's all about like communication, all right? Because I think one of the big things that we don't do enough of, not just amongst each other, but for our kids, is communicate our history. You know what I'm saying? Communicate the things that happen. Because everybody talks about, like we were saying earlier, Elvis Presley is called the king of rock and roll, but they don't talk about Chuck Berry, blah, blah, blah. We can't really leave it up to everybody else to talk about
Little
Chuck
Richard,
Berry.
y'all ain't talking about Little Rich.
But I'm saying, like, we can't leave it up to
You
other
say he
people
the
to
king
tell
of
our
rock and
history.
roll.
We can't leave it up to other people to tell our history. So it'd be like, you know what I'm saying, you like, man, my kids think Elvis Presley the king. That's your fault. Because you ain't tell your kids.
Yeah, you ain't exposed your kids to something else.
It don't matter. My dad is still trying to expose me. I still love Elvis. He didn't understand.
But I mean, at least you know, though.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, you can still love Elvis. That's what I'm saying. Ain't nothing, I don't have anything against Elvis. I'm just saying, I would rather my kids know that, you know, Chuck Berry.
I can honestly say he ain't played it in the house. I just liked it. He was just
but,
like, I don't know why you like Elvis like that.
But that's what I'm saying. I just think that not even just music history, but just like our history.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the stuff gets left out because we don't have that communication with each other.
And we might not know about our history.
But that's what I'm saying.
So
we need to talk to each other and talk to our kids.
Yeah, learn
so we can learn it and so we can teach others. Because I just don't think that, I think that a lot of the stuff that we have issues with, we're waiting for somebody to do it for us. Like, be like, oh man, they need to teach about Chuck Berry. They need to teach about what happened with jazz music. They need to teach about, no, they don't have to teach anything. We need to start learning and, you know, exploring our people and knowing and supporting all areas of our people. Because the other thing I was going to say about, you know, the whole racism thing is that we kind of put ourselves in a niche. Like, we have a kind of a niche mindset in black people, like, where we have to like one thing at a time. Where, you know, jazz music was hot from the 20s, and then when it transitioned to rock and roll in the 50s, it transitioned to disco in the 70s, you know, it transitioned to rap and R&B in the 80s and 90s. You want to follow where the crowd is. Yeah, and so like we got to learn to not have to listen to everything everybody else is listening to.
True.
You can listen to more than just, you know, Cardi B because she's hot right now, or Meg Stallion because she's hot right now, or whatever. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with them.
Simon says put your hands on your hips.
I mean, the song's kind of
jam.
jam.
Simon says put your hands on your knees.
Yeah.
Simon says, no mind.
So you know it.
Okay, go ahead.
She went to PV too. That's crazy.
Yeah, she was for a little while. Then she was at TSU.
I never saw her at TSU.
She spent most of the time at TSU until like last year.
Yeah.
Well, shit, I graduated in 2016. I never saw that motherfucker at TSU.
What you want? You gonna chase her down? What you
No.
So got her early.
Yeah, somebody tagged it in. But but like those types of things that I don't think there's anything wrong with liking that stuff and liking what's hot, but there's other aspects of us that we are like very, very proficient in. Yeah. Like we got Leo here that's cold jazz, you know what I'm saying? We got people that are good.
Ashley here.
Ashley's here.
Ashley's here doing Ashley things. Yeah.
Ashley's here doing Ashley.
Yeah.
So, but no, like, we got people in all walks of life, and like we feel like we can only support them if it's like hot, like if it's what's popular at the moment.
But I don't like what's popular at the moment. Like
you do like what's popular.
I like it for a little bit.
You just recited a whole chorus of Megan Stallion.
Not the whole thing.
Almost.
That's all jam.
I was trying to say yes.
But I guess it's the thing though. Just like
I want to hear because you know why I didn't know about her, to be honest.
No, but that's the thing though. But like I guess what I say, kind of like piggyback on what you're saying. Just like how you reciting some of the Meg Thee Stallion song, whatever.
Yeah.
We need to be. That's cool for us to do.
Yeah.
But we also need to like say those kind of things about other songs, like from the past, whatever, different genres, whatever. So we tend to be stuck in certain moments.
Right.
And we don't go reflect back to like, okay.
I'm always singing old stuff.
No, you are. I'm talking about the people in general. Yeah. They'll be stuck in a moment of, hey, I'm mumble rapping this ratchet shit.
Right.
But they won't go back to like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? I remember hearing this when I was younger, or talking about this and that.
And not just listening to it, but actually explaining to your kids why that shit's so hot. Like why I love this jazz, why I love, you know, Marvin Gaye.
To be able to be able to say that I heard a song today that that new artist is playing, and I know exactly where they got the sample from.
Yeah. I appreciate knowing samples. Yeah. Like I really like knowing samples. I
didn't know how many people sampled James Brown until I was watching the documentary. I was like, dang, they did take that shit. They took a lot of stuff.
The drum shit.
Yeah, the drum, yeah.
That, you know what?
So what's that drum on the roof? He was explaining. Where they got that beat for. I was like, Oh.
I was saying James Brown goes back to what we were talking about earlier, where like people love James Brown because of the instrumentation.
I love it.
Like that band was on point.
I love him.
Every time.
Now, I didn't like when I was
I heard he was hard on him, but his band was on point.
Yeah. Shit, his band was full of jazz musicians.
Yeah.
Yep. You're right.
And they were good.
Yeah, they was calm.
Like
He didn't pay
said,
him though.
Yeah, no, he did pay him, and they said he practiced them real hard.
They was on heroin anyway.
Yeah, they probably was on drugs. Oh, that's what I was gonna say.
What they need money for? What they need more money? They heroin.
For my drugs.
And I missed this part when we were in the check yourself segment. But we were talking about racism, and I'll just add this and we can finish. But I was going to say that the other big thing that happens with artists now is that people are kind of in this chase the bag mentality. Yeah. Whereas like people are kind of getting over on artists. Oh, yeah. Because they're like, okay, well, I just need to make money real quick. So like you said earlier, like Leo was saying about artistry, like, you know, they may really feel their art, they may be really into their art, but at the moment they can make $1 million real quick. Or they think, okay, well, I'm gonna be famous for this real fast, and then they end up, you know, in deals that suck. They end up in 360s, they end up in shit where they're not making no money.
360s that's normal now.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's that, y'all?
So like, you want to explain?
You might can explain it even
better.
Okay.
So basically a 360 is it's a circle. So they control everything about you. Yeah. So like
your merchandise,
anything that has your name on it, goes to them.
But I mean, like to a certain extent, though.
So how do you get paid?
They don't pay you. Like they give you an advance.
They give you an advance. That's all I got.
This is just a hypothetical. Like let's say they put you a 360 deal. Like let's say you're Megan Thee Stallion, and this is not to say it's Megan Thee Stallion. I'm just saying somebody that's hot right now. Mm-hmm. So you're hot. You're coming up, and they see that you're gonna be really big, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna put you in this deal where you know whenever you sell merchandise and things like that, we get paid, but we'll give you $1 million right now today. Write a check. You can go cash it and have $1 million in your pocket." But you have to sign this deal. If you have no money and somebody tells you they will give you $1 million just for signing some paper,
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, because that's how the deal fucks.
Don't they make money off of contracts?
Well, no, that's how the deal fucks you.
Yeah. Because
they'll be like, okay, yo, I'm gonna pay you $1 million today, right? You sign for $1 million. They control all your distribution, all your this and that. So
your masters.
Yeah, your masters. So when your album goes platinum, if it goes platinum, you making pennies on a dollar from the residuals, whatever, while they making millions.
Who got a deal like that?
Pretty much everybody right now.
Pretty much all the big artists now have.
That's why so many people fight to stay independent.
Yeah.
Like
I feel like that's
Cardi
and them. Cardi? I don't know if Cardi's independent.
Oh, she's just not. She was like the quality control.
Yeah, quality control has on.
It was City Girls and Migos and stuff.
Oh, that's why.
But yeah, like you said, that's why people fighting to be independent. But also, like I said, it ties back into our whole racism conversation because, like the people that own the masters of record labels, like Interscope. Mm-hmm. Interscope ain't run by us.
No, it's not.
So like we can't really say anything about it, even still now, you know, because like we said earlier, you can post your own stuff and then, you know, they know that it's yours. But if they want to give your sample to somebody else to use, they want to let somebody else record that song.
You get no money for that.
You might get a little bit, but you're not gonna get as much as they get for that.
But I work hard.
And then they gotta pay. You gotta pay them back. You gotta pay your advance back. So what ends up happening is you sign another deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's fucked up.
That's why.
But see, niggas don't like. Let's be real. Niggas don't have to sign.
They don't have to.
Right.
You don't have to sign. That's why Master P is like the music MLK and stuff like that, because nobody would ever get a deal like he got.
No.
With him controlling all his masters or whatever and only paying like the record label for a distribution deal.
Yeah. Well, shit. I mean, Nipsey Hussle unfortunately had.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, like I say, everybody like he's the.
And I use Meg Thee Stallion, but I think Meg Thee Stallion's management got her a deal where whoever she's under is only a distribution deal too. Yeah. So I think she stayed out of a 360 deal too. So I don't know.
But I'm saying, but like you said, like with the Nipsey Hussle, like
why would
everybody
that happen again like that? Why they can't stay out of that?
But that's what people are starting to do again. Like you seeing like even the bigger artists, whatever, are starting to buy back their masters, whatever, and telling people, and you're seeing so many people like, nah, I would rather stay independent because I make more money independent doing my shows, whatever, than I do being in this deal. People, and then with the internet being so big as it is now, you don't even need a machine behind you, and stuff like that. So, I'm saying people are starting to get smart with it. So like now the music industry is trying to revamp itself to see how they can really get artists.
Another thing though, like, and I can't say names, but they have people that claim they unsigned and they are signed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they signed.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you like everybody to sign like you said. You sign. But like I say, that's like who's the dude? Blueface.
Yeah.
The Tatiana dude, whatever. He signed like to 5 different people, but he
What?
But he don't know who he signed to.
Yeah, because they interviewed him.
He don't know.
He was like, I don't know who I'm talking
Well, he signed like yeah, this dude over here, like the games manager, or whatever. He signed to him, who is signed to somebody
So
else.
he ain't got no money.
He had probably got a big advancement.
He got a big advance, and like they were talking about it the other day because his manager, the dude we was just talking about, bought him Mercedes, all blue Mercedes, the AMG, a nice one. But they talking about how like that's what they do is they don't give you any money, but they buy you gifts.
Cadillac, like Cadillac Records, how they showed up.
It's the same thing from those 50s movies where they talking about they gave. Like,
You ain't giving me no car.
Who was that we were watching? What was that little cartoon show we were watching where they were like, we watched some kind of documentary and they were talking about they paid them in like cocaine.
Oh, you saw that was
cocaine.
That was on the road thing. They was talking about like the time and stuff like that.
Oh,
like those old artists in the 80s and 70s, they would give them cocaine and cars and stuff like that.
It's like they pay you half your money and then give you a big thing of coke, or heroin, or whatever. Call it even.
And that's how they been getting on people all this time.
I don't want my car. I want money.
See, but this and it goes back to the Woosah too, because like I think what's happening now in this change in the music industry is coming from people actually having those conversations and being like, you realize that you're not going to get any money in this, and they now have control of all your music. And so people, since they now have started to communicate that they want control of their own stuff, now we can actually have those conversations and start, like we said earlier, rewriting our history, write our history for ourselves rather than signing off for somebody else to write it for us just so we can get a check real quick, because black people just need money, and that's what we think of first. It's like, hey, I'm gonna get this money up front. I mean, you can have all my shit, just give me some money, and then like we go back later and realize, damn, I ain't got access to none of my masters, I ain't got shit. So,
and you gotta pay them off.
And you gotta pay them back.
Yeah.
So now you owe them money.
This is my song, but if I go perform it anywhere, I'm gonna get sued.
Yeah, I get
perform my shit.
Like Lauryn Hill.
She can't perform?
That's why she changes the arrangement of a lot of her songs in concert because she can't perform her songs.
Are
she
you
doesn't own
serious?
them. No.
You know who else can't do that? Marcel
Jordan.
He
Marcel
can't.
Jordan
This is how we do it. He can't even sing that.
And what you call it? Who's the one that just had documented? New Edition. New Edition can't perform under New Edition because Johnny Gill actually bought the New Edition name.
Showed it. That's some whole shit.
And ran off with it. So now they perform.
But that's your homeboy?
They have to go by Bobby, Ricky, Mike. Like they can't call themselves New Edition anymore. So
But that's your homeboy. That jumped in the group later.
Whoever owns your shit owns
but like he said in the interviews, he was the only one that saw the bigger vision of it. At the
You
time.
don't do people like
No,
that.
it's fucked up, but he saw what they was lacking at.
Yeah,
they
and
do.
and I'm
But
saying,
Bobby said Jill was gonna get you.
and I'm telling you that I don't want to make it like a racist thing, but that's what the white people have been doing for so long in the industry, and that's why I wanted to talk about racism in the industry, because they've been doing that for so long that black people started catching on, and rather than actually clearing stuff up, some people should still get advantage.
I mean, real though, like black record labels do that to other to black artists.
I think Motown did it.
Huh?
Motown did it to people.
Yeah. I mean, shit. Like I mean, I've heard Diddy does that shit.
Oh yeah,
Man, Diddy.
He be doing a lot.
Sign the bad boy.
Yeah,
He took that.
Yeah, he took everybody's money.
He took everybody, all the artists.
Yeah.
They got some good artists. And
Yeah.
they ain't nothing no more.
He used the first album and then he threw them away.
Yeah, his main gal only made like one album.
It's me
Cassie.
and you. She
Yeah,
ain't
one
underneath
song.
him. She ain't making underneath him though.
Huh?
She ain't making underneath this label.
No, she was an artist.
She was signed to Diddy for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was an
Really
artist
though?
first, and then she became his gal.
Oh.
And was his gal for the next like 15 years.
My
But-
favorite was Total.